The 2nd of December, 1953. As arranged, Miguel has met me on the way out of the village. He has finally agreed to take me to the Nameless Ones. He doesn't want me to film. He has spoken at length to my car, telling it that we are to go on a long journey, but that it will not be going all the way with us, and it must forgive us. The 4th of December. We've been gone for 2 days. Miguel has asked me to drive. He has accepted the camera since my assuring him that this film would only be seen once one or the other of us was dead. Miguel says that he will never be quite dead. Miguel has told me that his father lives on the edge of the other world. He would not tell me any more. 5th of December. We arrive at the house of Miguel's father. He tells me that his father was born soon after the beginning of the world and he is tired. He is never surprised by Miguel's visits because he dreams them 2 or 3 days before. Twilight, walking in the desert. The old man says, "A long time ago, here, there was a village, and then the Great War came. It wiped out all the roads, and the people got lost, and the desert swallowed the empty houses. The desert is always the strongest one." Miguel's father has told me that I am too delicate for the spirits of the desert, and I had better sleep in the car. I did just that. 6th of December. For more than an hour, Miguel's father has been consulting the desert. Around 10 a.m., the father has come over to talk to his son. He talks in a dialect that only Miguel can translate. If, on the 2nd day, we meet a lizard crossing the road from left to right, we have to follow that direction. If on the 3rd day, a bird circles us twice overhead, we must immediately sit down and defend ourselves. It means they are not yet ready. If, on the 4th night, an icy wind wakes you, it means they want to test you and have asked Death to fan you with his veil. On the 5th day, they may show you something or nothing at all. They are very powerful, but they hide themselves since what they do is not of our world. They capture words because no word is true, and they drive them into the earth. Our Mother Earth is wounded by words that carry madness, and the night takes vengeance on men and frightens them by setting the words free. And when the earth speaks to herself, I am terrified, and I hide away in my cabin. Seventh of December. Today we are entering the country where it rains stones. We must not speak all day. 8th of December. We've just seen the lizard. Now we must follow this direction. A stop at the end of the afternoon. I can hardly believe we have to actually follow a lizard. Miguel tells me that it was nothing but a lizard. 9th of December. Mid-morning, a bird overhead. Miguel is scared of me filming it. He thinks it is dangerous. We stayed in the position Miguel's father had shown us for more than 3 hours. Later, we headed west. 10th of December. On the other side, the land of the Nameless Ones begins. Miguel tells me that they can travel very quickly across this vast space, for sometimes they are really there, other times they are only dreams. He would not say any more. Miguel does not think we will have long to wait. I suddenly realized that everything has happened just as his father said it would. I am much more impressed than I let on. 11th of December. Early this morning, a figure appeared on the rocks. In front of my eyes, it headed for the rock face, only to reappear at the same instant 500 yards away. Miguel whispered to me that it moved with the dream. I didn't believe what I was filming. This evening, Miguel asked me to film myself with him. I have a premonition, but refuse to admit it.
December.
12th of December. Early this morning, two figures appeared, and at the very moment I saw Miguel down on the rock, he whispered beside me, "Time is only an illusion." I turned towards him, but he was no longer there. I was filming by reflex. When I turned back to the rock, it was already empty. So I looked for them over where I had seen the figure the day before. I found them again on the rock. They gave me the impression of disappearing into the stone. And then I saw them again about 3 miles away. At the edge of the precipice, they were looking out at their future destination. I thought they were going to wave to me, but they disappeared again. I knew I would never see them again. Later on, I went to the rock where I'd seen them and left Miguel's bag there. If there were any tracks, they would have been on the sand of the plateau. But by the time I got there, the wind would have wiped them out. There was nothing but my film. 17th of December. I arrived at Miguel's father's. He was no longer there, and the desert was reclaiming the cabin. I tried not to show any surprise. I had found out that not all beings have the same allotment of time, and that those who can expand it become ghosts. Later on, I filmed myself cleaning the car, and then wanted to carry on filming right up to the last frame to reassure myself, to convince myself that I was not one of the ghosts that Miguel had told me of, one of those beings who return from the unknown to bring us messages that sometimes we do not understand.